Hello everyone, it's your sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes to talk about teen takeover. So when I hear somebody says they're gonna have a teen takeover, whether it's in a church or a club or a school, it's usually associated with something like this, where you have teens getting together, having fun, and other instances they have them lead services, eating together, getting to know one another, playing sports, doing arts and craft. That's what I know Teen Takeover to be. But with every movement or whatever activity that's positive, it always tends to be infiltrated and be turned to something negative. Let's take a look.
Hundreds of teens flooding into downtown Chicago tonight, smashing car windows, trying to get into Millennium Park, prompting a major police response within the past few minutes. Now, we had a news crew on the scene, but they had to move because of safety concerns. I was there a little bit earlier, about an hour and a half ago, and saw police escorting tourists and visitors to their cars in the Millennium Park parking garage. The crowd was trying to get into Millennium Park, but there are checkpoints that are not allowing anyone under the age of 21 who's not with an adult to get in.
Yeah, now these checkpoints are everywhere because a lot of these kids, when they did have access, they were being disrespectful, they were destroying property, they did not show any regard for anybody besides themselves. And now a lot of days, many places are doing this.
I spoke to a woman whose car was smashed by people jumping on the windshield. She says the crowd began beating her husband as he sat in the driver's seat. He's now been sent to Northwestern Memorial Hospital.
So if these teens are trying to get into the park to have fun and to enjoy nature, but the park officials are discriminating against them as people gonna run and say, what does smashing people's cars and putting hands on people have to do with you having fun in the park?
I also talked to a woman, a Chicago native, who was appalled by what she saw.
What I see out here is completely ludicrous, to be honest with you. I'm appalled at what I see. I'm from Chicago, and I understand kids having a good time, but this is simply bad parenting. We have to do better as parents. Our kids should not be out here. Where are their parents at? That's my question.
No comment. She is speaking facts.
Fox 32's Nate Rogers is on Michigan Avenue in a protective position. Nate, can you tell us what you see right now?
Yeah, that's right, Dane. As you just mentioned, we're downtown on Michigan and Randolph. I'm actually probably a block away from a lot of where the chaos has originated. Right now, Chicago police are trying to clear Michigan Avenue, at least from Randolph until maybe 3 or 4 blocks south on Michigan. Very active scene indeed. Hundreds of officers working this investigation. And also Michigan and Wabash, the Chicago Fire Department, we're told, is here along with paramedics and Chicago SWAT teams, all assisting in this investigation. Now, the chaos here downtown began or erupted just before 8 p.m. Several hundred young people traveling in groups, kids seen jumping barricades into Millennium Park, also jumping on top of cars. Other reports indicated large groups trying to force their way into the Art Institute.
These kids don't care nothing but no art. All they wanted to do was cause chaos and riots.
This appears to be one of those teen takeovers that we saw last year, publicized widely on social media, attracting thousands into the downtown area as well as to Chicago area beaches. The teens are seen with their cell phones out, Bluetooth music speakers blasting, dancing while recording videos, hoping that they'll go viral. Now,
and that is the problem. Children being raised by social media, the internet, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and all these social media apps in the internet, and parents not doing their job. So these children, their only accomplishment in life is to go viral, is to have their name trending, because people don't care, because parents chasing money, favor, blessings, work, all kind of stuff, chasing a man, chasing a woman, they don't care. When you have children, your first purpose is to train up a child in the way they should go. They should go in the right way, because when they get older, they won't depart from it. So if you're training them up to be assets to society, they won't depart from that. But if you're treating them up or you don't care at all, they will be liabilities. They will cause shame to you. But anyway, some of you don't care. Anyway, it doesn't matter to you, but you will pay for that, because whatever you sow, you will reap. You fail to raise your children, you will pay for it. Somewhere, somehow, before you leave this earth, you will pay for the way that you raise your child, for the way that you raise your children, or for the way that you failed to raise them. And another thing people are not seeing in Chicago it is known that, a lot of young people are being taken out. There are a lot of missing young people. And sometimes there's a frustration because it seems like, some law enforcement people that's over there don't care because it's black and brown children. But when you look at stuff like this, that's trending on internet, that's going viral, that's breaking news, you may think it should not affect, how you investigate a case, how you care about solving a case. It should not. But it can. It can. Well, she's missing. Oh, that's probably one of them kids that was doing on them wilding out in Millennium Park. That's probably one of them kids that was smashing. So they take them out. Oh, well, we don't think that far. And then when something happened to your child, oh, my baby, they took my baby, how you gonna take my baby? That's the only time you cry. And you're crying, not one tear coming out your eyes. You should be ashamed of yourself. And then you coming around so you could make $1, so you could make some 1,000, 100,000 that's gonna go through your hand just like that, because you didn't work for it. And that's like blood money. You fail to raise your child and then you want to capitalize on it when something bad happens. You should be ashamed of yourself. And some people are going to say, oh, why y'all talking about it? If they want to go viral, when y'all talk about it, that's what's going to make them go viral. Stop talking about it. But if you don't talk about it, that means you approve of what they're doing. You heard what the young lady said before. She's appalled. You should be appalled. We should be disgusted. These young kids. The child running across the road almost got hit by a car. And it's black and brown children. Even if there is a palm color person in the midst of them, you're not going to see them. And even if they are in the midst of them, their consequences is not going to be the same as a black and brown child. Where the parents is. But then when something happens, woo, here you go running with your bonnet and you all over the place. Your life not in order, so you can make $1. But if you raised your child right, you would have made way more than $1, because that child would have been an asset to you. It would have been an asset to your family. It would have been an asset to your community. But you don't care. You're trying to make that quick money. So these kids are so in chaos. You're so in disorder. What y'all think your life gonna be? You will reap chaos. You will reap disorder. Whatever you put out there in the world, it will come back to you. Even if your mom never told you, even if your grandma never told you, even if your auntie never told you, uncle, I don't care who you live with. That's how it is. Whatever you sow, you will reap. And before you leave this earth, if you live long enough, you will see it. And what pains me, some of these kids know better. Some of these kids have manners. They were taught respect. They were taught to respect people. Don't do certain stuff. But why? Nobody told them to stand up. Sometimes you're going to have to stand alone. Sometimes you're going to have to be a leader. Sometimes you may not have friends because you don't want to go and do what everybody else is doing. Even though they know better, they still go along with the crowd because they want to go along to get along. Because they can't stand. They don't have enough confidence to stand on their own because nobody instilled confidence in them. So now all the ones that don't know what to do or was not raised, mixed up with the ones that were raised, and then all them causing chaos. And because nobody cares enough to raise these children, They don't know that their life has value. That's why they make these decisions not knowing that it will come and affect them in the future. That's even if they make it to the future, because as we know, certain decisions that you make, the consequences can be deadly, and that's a shame. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.